bicicleta, cómo ha sentado Contreras sin ningún ángulo y sin ninguna...
Ronaldo Nazario, known as the Phenomenon, was undoubtedly one of the most feared players in football history. His career was marked by his astonishing skill and ability to overcome obstacles, but also by the criticism he faced due to his weight. Although many believe his career ended in 2006, the truth is that even after that year, he continued to demonstrate his talent, though his physical condition was no longer the same. It was as if Ronaldo, a player many already considered retired, had returned fattened from holidays. A player who no longer had anything to prove. Nevertheless, his performances remained remarkable, even when playing with a knee that had been operated on and damaged 8 different times. Ronaldo moved in ways that defied logic. At times, he seemed more agile and quicker than the younger players around him, despite his age and obvious weight. However, his true threat wasn't necessarily his speed or finishing, but his incredible intelligence and composure on the pitch. He was able to see the game in slow motion, anticipating movements and making decisions that left opponents bewildered. Even if he had weighed 200 kilos, he would still have found a way to make defenders look ridiculous. Every defender who faced him knew that to face Ronaldo was to face a monster, someone who intimidated them just by looking them in the eye. In that sense, his time at Corinthians was one of the most impressive moments of his career, as he proved that physical form is temporary, but class is permanent. Beneath those layers of fat still resided the most lethal predator football had ever known, ready for one last hunt. And when the entire world rejected him, humiliated him, he showed that he was still the best. Despite his greatness, not everything was easy for Ronaldo. After leaving Real Madrid, he was ridiculed for his weight. In Spain, they called him El Gordo, and when he arrived at AC Milan, the situation didn't improve much. Even his own coach, Carlo Ancelotti, had doubts about him. According to the coach himself, when Ronaldo joined the club, he weighed over 100 kilos. Ancelotti told him he couldn't play in that state, to which Ronaldo replied, "What do you want me to do? Run or score goals?" In his next match, Ronaldo didn't run much, but he scored 2 goals. If we look at the statistics from that season, we see something extraordinary. Ronaldo averaged a goal every 81 minutes in his first 3 months at Milan. However, injuries haunted him once again, and nearly a year after his arrival, he was already out of the team. He had fractured a leg, and his knee once again was affected. Milan didn't lack attacking options. They had Pato, Inzaghi, Gilardino, and even a young Aubameyang. Faced with this situation, Milan decided to terminate his contract. For many, that was the end of Ronaldo's career. He was 32 years old. It had been 3 years since his last call-up to the Brazil national team, and over a year since he had played his last match. However, Ronaldo hadn't had his last word. He was seen training with Flamengo, causing a huge stir among fans, who couldn't believe that the phenomenon was back in Brazil. Although it seemed impossible, Ronaldo didn't sign with Flamengo, but with Corinthians, one of their rival teams. This signing was considered a betrayal by Flamengo's fans, who felt they had been used. What made the signing even more surprising was the fact that Corinthians were in a disastrous financial situation. They had only just been promoted back to the top tier of Brazilian football, and their president, André Sanchez, initially thought signing Ronaldo was an impossible dream. However, after a private meeting with Ronaldo, where they discussed their aspirations, the deal was done. Ronaldo's arrival at Corinthians caused a revolution at the club. Despite the difficult conditions the team found itself in, Ronaldo showed his desire to succeed. The players, who at first couldn't believe they were sharing a dressing room with him, were filled with motivation upon seeing the dedication of the Brazilian star. Duish, one of his teammates, recalled how everyone reacted incredulously when they found out Ronaldo had been signed. When they told me they had signed Ronaldo, I thought, Ronaldo? The Ronaldo. During the first 2 months, Ronaldo stayed away from the stadiums, focusing on regaining his speed and fitness. Despite the criticism and embarrassing videos showing his slow progress in training, Ronaldo eventually returned to the field, and he did so in style. After just 50 minutes in his first match, he scored his first goal for Corinthians, and the celebration was so euphoric that a security barrier collapsed under the weight of the fans. Ronaldo continued to prove that he hadn't lost his touch. In his first 10 matches, he scored 8 goals, including the decisive strike in a comeback against Palmeiras in the semi-finals of the Paulista Championship. It was during this match that a São Paulo executive made the mistake of referring to Ronaldo as a former football player. In the second leg, Ronaldo showed he was far from being a former player, leading his team to victory and making sure to send a clear message in the post-match interview. Has anyone seen that guy crawl out of his cave? Ronaldo's next challenge was the Paulista Championship final against Santos, who had a young Neymar in their ranks. Although Santos started by dominating the match, Ronaldo leveled the score with one of the most impressive goals of his career. In the second half, when the team seemed on the brink of collapse, the phenomenon reappeared with a goal that sealed the victory and gave Corinthians their first title in 6 years. That performance in the final was a reminder to the world that Ronaldo was still a phenomenon. Even the international press, such as La Gazzetta dello Sport, headlined that Ronaldo had once again become the phenomenon. There was speculation about his return to the Brazilian national team for the 2010 World Cup, and influential figures like Jairzinho declared that Ronaldo was still one of the best goal scorers in the world. However, Brazil's coach did not share that view, and Ronaldo was not called up. Despite not being called for the national team, Ronaldo didn't let it affect him. Shortly before the Copa do Brasil round of 16, he ensured victory by scoring 2 goals that allowed Corinthians to come back and advance in the competition. A month later, in the final, Ronaldo shone again with an impressive run and a goal that gave Corinthians the Brazilian championship title. It had only been 8 months since his signing, and he had already proven he could still make a difference. For the following season, Ronaldo began with high expectations. With new sponsors and players like Roberto Carlos joining the team, the club was ready to celebrate its centenary in the best way possible. Ronaldo started the season by scoring a goal after dribbling past the goalkeeper, raising the fans' hopes to their peak. However, a calf injury sidelined him for a while, and although he returned to continue scoring goals, injuries remained his biggest enemy. The phenomenon is one of the most iconic figures in the history of world football, with an international career that solidified his status as a legend. His legacy with the Brazilian national team is filled with unforgettable moments, prestigious titles, and decisions that shaped football culture, such as his controversial haircut in the 2002 World Cup final. Ronaldo was a key figure in Brazil's success during the 1990s and early 2000s, leading his country to the top in various competitions. His most notable international achievements with Brazil include *** 1994 World Cup, USA, ***, although Ronaldo was only 17 years old at the time, he was part of the team that won the tournament. He didn't play in the matches, but the experience was crucial for his career, as he was a direct witness to what it took to reach the top. 1998 World Cup, France. This World Cup is remembered both for Ronaldo's brilliant flashes and for its tragic conclusion. Throughout the tournament, Ronaldo showcased his abilities as a forward, leading Brazil to the final. However, a mysterious health episode before the decisive match affected his performance, and Brazil lost 3-0 to France. Despite that defeat, Ronaldo was awarded the tournament's Golden Ball, proving that, individually, he remained one of the best in the world. *** 1997 and 1999 Copa America *** Ronaldo shone in 2 editions of the Copa America, helping Brazil win both tournaments. In 1997, he scored 5 goals, including one in the final against Bolivia, securing a 3-1 victory for Brazil. In 1999, Ronaldo was once again instrumental, scoring 3 goals in the final against Uruguay to claim a 3-0 win. ** 2002 World Cup, South Korea/Japan. ** This tournament was undoubtedly the pinnacle of Ronaldo's career with the Brazilian national team. After battling a serious knee injury that kept him out of football for nearly 2 years, Ronaldo made a triumphant return for the 2002 World Cup. Brazil, under Luiz Felipe Scolari, was unstoppable, and Ronaldo was the team's undisputed star. He scored 8 goals in the tournament, including 2 in the final against Germany, where Brazil won 2-0 and claimed their 5th World Cup title. This was an epic comeback for Ronaldo, and his performance earned him his 2nd Golden Ball. *** 1997 Confederations Cup *** Ronaldo was also part of the team that won the 1997 Confederations Cup. He was one of the top scorers in the tournament, and Brazil dominated Australia in the final, winning 6-0. One memorable and curious aspect from football history was Ronaldo's iconic and controversial haircut during the 2002 World Cup final. On the eve of the match, Ronaldo appeared with an unexpected look. He had shaved almost his entire head, leaving just a small patch of hair at the front, which caused a media frenzy. In later interviews, Ronaldo explained that the haircut was a strategy to divert media attention away from his physical condition. At the time, there were concerns about his fitness due to previous injuries, and the haircut helped shift the focus to his appearance rather than his health. Additionally, the eccentric style had a global impact, with many children around the world imitating his haircut. Despite the criticism, this gesture reflected how Ronaldo not only set trends on the pitch but also off it. After retiring as a player, Ronaldo ventured into the business world and decided to invest in football from a different perspective. Club ownership. In 2018, Ronaldo acquired Real Valladolid, a club in Spain's top division, with a 51% majority stake. His intention was to revitalize the team, which at the time was struggling to remain in the league. Ronaldo's purchase was not just a financial decision but also a demonstration of his deep love for football and his desire to contribute to its growth off the field. Since his arrival, the club has experienced a notable improvement in both its sporting and financial structure. Ronaldo's impact on Valladolid has been positive, with the club remaining in the top tier of Spanish football for several seasons under his management. Ronaldo has also expressed his long-term vision, highlighting his interest in making Valladolid a more competitive club in Spain and Europe. With his leadership and vision, Ronaldo continues to leave his mark on the sport, now as an entrepreneur. Ronaldo Nazario left an indelible mark on world football. His ability to overcome adversity, his skill in remaining at the top despite injuries and criticism, and his incredible natural talent made him one of the greatest players in history. Throughout his career, Ronaldo won multiple titles, including World Cups, domestic leagues, and continental trophies. His time at Corinthians was not just a final stage in his career, but a reminder that talent and class never fade. Despite doubts, criticism, and obstacles, Ronaldo always found a way to shine. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for our next exciting content on the world of sports. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments. See you next time.